We are back. Okay, there we go. Forgot, I double muted myself. I don't know why I did that. Welcome back, everybody, to Amateur Hour Commentary on the Wolf Craze, and I'm going to be hosting and producing tonight for the match between Carnage and Mahna. It needs upping. Dude, I already upped it to like 150, maybe 175. It's not my fault you made the music quiet, but I get you. I'll do that next time. Not a big deal. Anyway, we got this match tonight for week 2 to kick things off nice and right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed week 1. I, for one, really did enjoy it. Not only my game, but watching all the other games. They've been fantastic so far. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying that. One thing I did want to point out real quick, I added this little capture scene to the scene titch. So this isn't like for everybody, but I figure I'd do it for myself since I'm the only one promoting it. If you guys want to go over to amateurhourcommentary.com, you can do that for a couple of reasons. I'm going to bring up the screen real quick. Couple of reasons why you might want to do that. One, because I've created some resources here for people, new and old players. If you guys are interested in identifying maybe some callouts, some map labels, I've done that. All you have to do is click on the image, pops up, gives you a couple ideas of what you might want to use, especially if you're having a hard time identifying what it is. You can click these smaller ones as well to bring up subcategories. Search and destroy bombs in bomb and spawns. I finally finished this update. So high rise, verandas even in here. So if you guys are interested in knowing where the attackers and defenders are spawn, the bomb site A and B, this is going to be further updated to specify where each attacker and defender is going to spawn per actual like bomb spawn. So you can see here, there's A1 and B1. So when A spawns here, B is there. And then I'm going to put a number next to the spawn points that they correlate with. So these are going to be further updated as new maps come out. I'm going to continue to update. But I figured, hey, there he is. There's O'Doyle. Hold on, I got to get him in here.
Well,
there he is. There he is.
Right under the wire.
Hey, you know, we get things going. You join in whenever. It's all good. We're both here. So, yeah, if you guys are interested, you could check out that stuff over at amateurhourcommentary.com. You can one thing I forgot to share. Sorry. I didn't mean to leave it as abruptly as I did, but I did. You can also follow all the World League stuff. There's a tab here. You can see all the rosters. These need to be updated since there were a few changes, like Mahna has Mooch, who is part of the team as well. For them, that card's been updated, so I got to do a little updating here. But you can see week by week, if you don't want to go to Gaming Synergy, just go to amateurhourcommentary.com/AWL, and you guys can check out all the scores week by week. And for those who are curious about the stats, all the stats are here. Be sure to hit this little arrow if you want to see individual player stats. Okay, that's available too. These are all calculated, and you can kind of see where your KDR is, how many kills, deaths, assists, plants, diffuses, all that stuff, if you guys are interested in checking that out. But yeah, it's over on amateurhourcommentary.com, and we get a little glimpse at Galindo's space there in the background. An expose. Oh, boy. So what's going on, O'Doyle? How are you, my man?
Oh, pretty good, man. Just getting back from volleyball practice. So,
ooh, working on those glutes.
No, not me. Not me. No, I'm just working on watching my kid doing that. Like, man, I'm just happy it's inside because, yeah, it's usually softball, and that's usually out in the elements. Nice Alvo mug.
Huh? What?
Nice Alvo mug.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's nice. It needs a little updating, but if you want the original, they should still be in stock.
Yeah, those are good.
This one, I don't remember who put this together. I think it was Sean, actually. It's one of the. It's funny because it was. There was. I don't remember specifically who was in here. I think there was Arab. Maybe Gabba. I know Steve was in there. They were there taking a picture at town, right at the marketplace. And then they decided to turn that into a banner and the splash of Alvo over This was like the
Celsius, not
original
It's still
Alvo
minus
bug,
25
so
Fahrenheit.
should still
though.
be
Like, come on.
No, yeah.
anyone who wants it.
Yeah, but minus 50, like I just.
While we
freeze
hop
into
into
a
rosters,
statue
get through
and walk
those, and then we'll
outside.
talk about our thoughts on tonight. We'll start with, let's bring up the desk here. We'll start with Carnage, since they are the hosting team. We have Crispy, Slice, Dinko, Galindo, also known as Mark OG, Leo, King, Step One, Slow Ass, and Dippy Chaos. I don't really know if there's much to really say about Carnage other than they did really well in the first week, closing things out, score 5-1. And against Mahna, I suspect they're going to do quite well. So, got any thoughts on?
Well, Titch said I broke the logic. Said something. We have link audio. I don't know if that means anything to you, but he said link audio. But
No,
I mean, yeah,
I had link audio, Titch, so that because I wasn't sure if O'Doyle was going to show up, and I wanted to listen to it. So then when I turned on his mic, the link audio came through. Don't worry, I fixed it already. We're good. We're good. You act like I've never done this before. Holy cow.
Yeah, so we got Carnage tonight. I mean, they got a really strong team. I mean, I hate calling a match. I don't want to give like a caster's curse, but
do it.
I think Carnage is gonna. Unfortunately, I mean, Mahna is showing some signs of improvement, but I think if I had to like call it tonight, I'd say we're probably going to see Carnage get a full sweep here.
I might be in favor of that opinion. Moving on to Mahna. We have Wicked, Belv, Slayson, Nin, Tally, Jeremy, Old Stout, and I Mooch. They had a rough go of it in the very first week, but, not going to hold that against them. They went up against a really tough team, one that you would have expected to win, and they did their best, and I know that they've been practicing a lot. I see them in public, so play with them, play against them. We'll see if this week is a little bit more in their favor. Let's head back to the desk. Pitch.
I mean, I really
you
think
are
with
right.
Mahna,
I broke the logic. It's there. I got it.
With Mahna, they just can't keep it going. Like they had moments where it was just like, man, everything's firing just right for them, and they were making good calls. They were making like really strong holds, and they were getting really up in points, and then they just like it's just like the marathon runner. They would just hit a wall, and then they would just like slowly creep back down. So, I mean, if they can find a way to, get that momentum and keep the momentum, I think you'll see like, them start to take a lot more wins. But right now it just seems like they just go in spurts. Like they'll have spurts of like really good success. And then I don't know if it's the other team just changing tactics or strategies, and then they don't know how to like, change their tactics and strategies to, kind of like combat whatever else the other team's throwing at them. But as soon as they get that little formula down to where they know how and when to switch their play styles, I think they're going to be a pretty good team.
You can picture the smirk crossing Titch's face. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. There didn't need to be a stream link in the main scene, I don't think. My personal opinion. But you know what? I don't set up the production, so if anything, I could just blame Titch. What's going on, everybody here in chat? Karen, Cinderella, Titch, Puddles, and anyone else. There's Galindo was in here for a little bit. If you haven't spoken up, you don't have to. No pressure. But we always like to formally welcome everybody in when you can, when we can. Do keep in mind that we are live both here. What's up, Earl? We are both live here on Twitch and over on our YouTube channel. So if you prefer to watch it over on YouTube, just go to YouTube, type in amateurhourcommentary.com, hit the subscribe button, bell icon, do all that algorithmic stuff to help us out, and you can watch us there as well. And that's where they're all going to be saved as well. I do still actually have to get the very first one up because we had some of those technical issues. So I'm going to actually do that tonight now that everything else is done. What's going on, Dippy? How's it going? Z, I see you just followed. Thank you so much. What's going on? Also, a shout out to Wicked Curves and Roy John Patrick Taylor, who followed a couple days ago. So, what's up, Shell? So I'm in agreement with you. I think Carnage is honestly. I think there's going to be a full sweep here. I guess what I'm more curious about is whether or not the matches are going to be close or if they are going to be blowouts. Just because of Carnage's, I don't know, their history, I guess, competitively. Them being such prominent competitors, being up there as the second runner-up for the first 2 seasons. And Mahna still being a relatively new team. I say new, not new players, but new team. I just don't think against the third place team they're going to stand a chance. But how close are each of the matches going to be? It's hard to say.
I mean, they got slow ass playing too tonight. And he's always pretty good.
Yeah, I try to defer to the stats, but week 1 is kind of difficult to draw any conclusions from because if you really consider who they went up against in the very first week, it's almost as if, I don't want to say it's not as if they didn't stand a chance, but yeah, let's just say it for what it is. They probably went up against the hardest team they could have gone up against this season, like so far.
I mean, I'm seeing this lineup here that they're throwing out. They got Wicked, they got Slayson, they've got Old Stout. I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you, I've played against a few of these folks in Publix, and I'll tell you, Stout is a hell of a good S&D player. He clutches all the time. So maybe this could be the team that they need to put in S&D. I think they might see a little bit of success in S&D on this with this roster they have. I mean, they got a strong free for all player in Slayson. And Jeremy is always usually making some pretty good eliminations himself. Ninka, I'm going to be honest, I've not gotten to play with her that much. So it'd be interesting to see her play style. So she's really the only one I have not played with that's kind of like a little bit of a wild card. Maybe she's a sleeper. We never know. Maybe she's just been in Publix, kind of taking it easy on everybody, and she's going to come out and show everybody what's up.
Yeah, it is. I've played with Nin actually not that long ago. It was just like a couple of nights ago. And she's good, and the nice thing is that she's fun. She had a really good time, very polite. But like you said, could be a sleeper. People tend to play a little bit differently in Publix than they would when they're sweating it out in comp. So who knows? I agree that Slayson is probably going to be one of the stronger ones, but Jeremy Dag is right up there as well. His performance has been really good. I think those two as a duo are going to do quite well. But against Carnage, I mean,
man, who are we watching?
We are watching Step 1 Sounds.
Okay, yeah, so he's boogieing right now. He's getting down. He's probably grooving.
It looks like we're going to be. Did I see that right? House? Yeah, we're going to be going house team deathmatch first. Let's pop into it. Hopefully, I did not break the audio. No, look at that. It's all fixed. As if I've done this before. That's gonna turn into a meme. I know it. Titch is gonna do it. He's gonna turn it into meme.
Come on.
I'm never gonna get away from it. And for you, kind sir, I'm gonna get you.
Do we have somebody? King's not online.
I'm sure you're already watching a different one, but I'll get this up for you anyway.
And then I was watching the AHC stream. Yeah. All right, perfect. Now, yeah. Now it can be a one-time in line.
He was in game with me.
All right. Now I know that Wicked is the only link that we have for Mahna, and I hope that it does go live. I did not see it go live. I'm gonna go double check. I'm gonna mute myself real quick and let O'Doyle sweet talk your ears.
2 of them.
Ooh, we're down 1 player over on it looks like Carnage's side. So we have a 4 versus 5, but this is going to continue until another player can get in. We are not doing any stop restarts from my understanding of the rules. But tonight, in case you're still a little bit new to the format, we're going to play a round of TDM, which we are on for house. Then we're going to go to S&D, and then we'll finish off with hardpoint. But right now, house is one of those maps where really, you see Carnage doing the right thing right now. They're going down through the tunnels. If you get the spawn across where those sandbags are, you definitely don't want to run out across no man's land. Kind of interesting. They're kind of holding this part. Does look like Crispy was trying to venture out and take a few people down, which again, if you got Crispy on your team, you kind of want him doing that type of thing. He's probably their best running gunner. But again,
Yeah,
you
they're
know, you're
trying
going
to
to see
find
these
that
teams
comeback.
hopefully maybe play a little bit more fast and loose, just since it is so early on in the season. But you know, we could see him get a little. Ooh, Jeremy trying to sneak through the tunnels and pop up on step one, but step one was able to eliminate him.
Going down the tunnel.
Interesting skin choice as well. He was using the zombie character. Oh, we got a pumpkin. Do we have like the hell? Oh, okay, so that's it. That's what it is. So I guess I'm just a little late to the party on this, or maybe I'm a little slow. But apparently it does look like each of their members of their team have the same avatar as their puppet. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of cool. I didn't catch that the first time around.
That's cute.
Well, that's awesome. You know, you get some people in that like go really sweaty with, you know, they want to use what I call the diver skin because it is one of the lowest profiles. They'll either use that or the Joker variant of the diver skin, which if anybody knows, if you pick your skins, it's basically dead center of the skins. I think it's second row in the middle. That is what I call the diver skin, but I'm sure other people call it different things. It's just that's what skin diver always
behind
used.
the truck, or one's coming out of the.
Yeah, I just noticed
tunnels
Puddles.
right
I'm a
now.
little slow. Give me a break.
Hey, you know what? He's faster than me because I didn't even pay attention. Okay. So I'll leave it out there. I won't leave you hanging, O'Doyle. Me there. I'm much slower to the whole theme there.
Shit.
I
one's
do
well, I
have
think
the
the
different
other team they
perspective
played,
though.
coming up on him. He was just
Yeah, with the other
leaving me.
team they played though, I don't think they really, you know, you didn't really get to see much of Menomina, especially since we didn't have Menomina's perspective last time.
There's another one that
Yeah,
just
it
went
would be
behind the
nice
boxes in that
to
tent.
see it this time around. So Wicked Curves is our perspective. She's over on Twitch for anyone who is interested. If you want to go check her out, give her a follow, or what have you. You could do the same with Step One. They're both over on Twitch. It's Step
Shit,
One
got
sounds
me.
all
That was
one
good
word,
shit.
or you could check out Wicked just as you see it there on the screen. So as I was working all that magic in the background, how are we looking here? 24 for
Underneath the tower by
Menomina
the
and 41.
sandbags.
Ooh, that's
We gotta
a
stop
bit of a
chasing
point
'em.
gap
Oh my god, I spawned into
difference.
that. For fuck's sake.
And it's
You know.
it's very interesting considering, you know, I think really honestly, Menomina got the preferential spawn. They got the house spawn, so they got the high
Somebody's
ground.
step one's downstairs in the
And you know,
tunnel
you
now?
had Carnage had to work the tunnels to get back over there. Does look like Carnage has flipped the spawn. Ooh, the tower. That's
kinda-
dangerous.
It is, but honestly, it's also a relatively safe space. As long as you like keep an eye or an ear to the cave, like you should generally be fine. Because even if you're getting
Get him,
targeted
Jeremy.
from the house
Aiming
roof,
at me.
you could duck down and be relatively safe for the most part. But I agree. Like I don't know how I feel about sitting out towards sandbags. I constantly get tagged from people at the vehicles and such.
Vehicles, top of roof, like beside that oil tanker on the roof. That's and even from the middle, like you get
Damn it,
somebody
he's
sneaking
seen
up,
me
kind
there.
of
That
like
was good
Wicked's
shit.
doing right now, and can tag you from
Oh, they
underneath
got
there.
Dippy now.
I mean, I guess if you do that position, you know, you definitely want somebody up on the rocks
Coming in
beside
the
you to
big rock.
watch the tunnel entrance.
From the big rock.
And you know, you might even want somebody down at the Humvees to kind of watch your
Coming in,
right
Tyler.
side and
Coming
just
up the
kind of
stairs
focus in
now.
on the house and you know, maybe that side back wall by the burnt orange car.
Oh,
Thank you, Leo, for the info. And as she has shared, Dippy has arrived
10.
in for
side.
King.
Got 10.
Nice.
You're right, Slice.
Now we got a full 5v5. We shall see if this can
Did
turn around a little bit for Menomina. Hard to say.
King
They are
get
in
you
a
to
bit
come
of
in,
a tight
Dippy?
spot. It's going to
Helicopter?
take a lot of work to try to come
Huh?
back from this.
Got him.
Yeah.
I
I mean, it's arguable on both sides. Like, you know, I've seen it both
how it
ways.
needed,
Like, you know,
because
if you're in a match and you have less targets,
top floor,
you're
one by the orange car.
you know, potentially you have less of a chance for you know, a higher score. So the extra fifth player coming
once we
in
hit
could
one
give
minute,
them a
can we just
slight,
run and
you
done?
know,
Because we
boost
are
them back
quite a
up there
bit
to an
ahead,
advantage.
and
But
it's
then
tough to
adversely,
sit back.
if you just have 4 players and you have 5 players out there that can position up very well,
I've been sitting back
they can
watching
make
the
it a,
tunnels.
you know, hard go for just 4
Yeah.
players. But these 4 players did not have a problem with that at
Just
all.
giving everyone else the
Release the
kills.
I mean, I think I saw Crispy, like,
Alright,
I think he went straight across no man's land. I mean, he did get eliminated, but I think he took a
I
couple
got a
out
grenade
before
at
he
the one
before he did
but I
get
killed
eliminated.
first.
So, but that's kind of Crispy's play style anyway. He's definitely a run and gun.
And no,
Yeah, we
we got
got
house
the-
grenade. Oh shit!
The only thing on this
top window.
map that I'm
Oh,
not a
right,
fan of are the
third
tunnels.
floor.
Everybody
He's in
loves
the
the
office,
tunnels.
third floor.
People love the tunnels. I mean, I think it was a great addition to the house.
Big rock.
You know, because it wasn't
Careful
originally
down.
part of the house, and then it was added on. And I think it was necessary for good flanks, and I love I love that it was added. But personally, I hate running it because it is so cramped. And if you have the proper avatar skin on,
I could have kept on
very
running.
difficult to
Forced
see.
that base bomb.
Yes, yes. I mean,
Oh, well.
the tunnels, like if somebody lays down in the right spot, you know, they're near impossible to see, and they can pick people off pretty quickly. Even that oil tanker room, I remember a few players used to love and climb on top of that oil tanker and watch that whole path there,
Yeah.
and it was pretty hard to get people off that oil tanker. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the tunnels, but I'm glad they're there because yeah, definitely trying to run across no man's land against the right team is near impossible.
Fucking
Wicked.
dumb.
Wicked
Uh,
taking out a bunch, going off.
I was gonna say, like right before she got taken out by the RC, she had a really good string of eliminations there, starting down in the tunnel and up
Shit,
right through
above you,
the
behind you.
helicopter's nest there.
Sleason.
She got a couple of more. I mean, they are closing the gap. I don't know if it's by a significant degree. I can't really get a perspective of the other score, but it's
Shit, I
it's
got a flash
nice
and I
to
didn't know
see them starting to
Shit,
come
he's
back
over
here.
there
Yeah,
between,
48.
I can't
Like
get him.
88
Between
to
the
40
truck
some.
and the
It's
tower.
it's all done but the crying, especially with only 7 seconds left.
Good job, guys.
He's down. Got a 20% still.
One last grenade.
GG's.
wall
Holy
up.
shit.
Good round, guys. Good.
97 to 49. Did I see that right?
Yeah, it
A
was hard to
replay
see.
from Carnage.
A little replay. Yep.
Car.
Got him.
A little
Front of the
bit of a
house.
delay. I think, yeah,
Same
he's
big rock.
casting. Wow, I can really see the
GG's, holy
quality
shit.
difference.
guys.
97 to
Good game.
49.
Good game.
Thank you for that there, Step. Appreciate it.
Don't forget.
Did you guys
I can
want
really
to
see the
start it
quality
over to give you
difference,
guys
the
a fair
visual
chance?
quality
That's
difference
awesome.
between the Quest
PlayStation, yeah.
and the PlayStation. Holy cow.
You got a mobile processor versus a actual GPU. Well, I mean, I guess the Quest does have a GPU and a processor, but I mean, again, it's equivalent to a little bit advanced phone hardware. So, you know, the Quest 2 did get a little bit of a bump. But yeah, you still, if you want the best experience, you're going to need some type of PC or gaming console to drive it.
Listen,
At least
y'all.
for the near future.
Listen. Just because we didn't make the connection right away doesn't mean Titch is a genius. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. You know, we can correlation does not equal causation. Let's not go down that path. Anyway, Carnage walking away with a pretty solid victory coming out of Team Deathmatch there. And since they are the hosting team, these are their map choices to start out. House for Team Deathmatch. I didn't quite see what the next map is, but I'm going to expect to see. Wow, okay, Hangar was not a map I thought we would see. I was suspecting more like Industrial and or Retreat. Hell, even Veranda I was almost expecting. But here we are, Hangar for Team or Search and Destroy.
I like
Interesting
Hangar
choice.
for Search and Destroy. I really like Hangar for Search and Destroy. I don't know why. I just like it. I like that when you get the B spawn on the left side of the hangar. I love rushing that. From either perspective, you know, I like being it on defense or on attack because that's usually where players are going to go. Really, the only plant spot I'm not a fan of is the one up the spiral yellow stairs. Right there where those crates are. I hate that plant spot. The half door one is pretty good. But yeah, I really like this map. I mean, this was one of the first maps that they put environmental stuff in. I mean, this is the first map with monitors that you can shoot to break. You know, it had rain in it. And really the scale of it was, I mean, personally, I think it was like one of the biggest maps as far as scale-wise and just overall size of the hangar, you know, because, you know, you look at Pit, it's small, you know, Veranda is a very beautiful map, but it is not quite to the scale that hangar is.
Right. Yeah, I agree. There
I
are.
mean, I remember that plane, how big it used to be, or like what I can't remember like what it was. Like, was the plane too large or was it too small? I can't remember what they ended up having to change from the early iterations of it. I feel like it was like way too big, if I remember right.
Yeah, he's
So-
crispy. There you go, nice.
Oh, I got
Question.
one more.
Crawl back
So
here.
Crispy goes down. The bomb is dropped. Seems as though he's the carrier. They're going to have to get a very safe revive here. Dippy
No,
is down
don't go
as
there.
well.
Go
This is a
on
good
this one
start
in the
for
left
Phenomena on
corner. Yeah.
defense. But we can see Step 1 being the medic and a couple of revives keeping his team in the fight. Bomb is still on the plane. They're going to have to get that back before they approach bomb site again.
Oh, he's coming through.
You know, I'm trying to remember.
He's coming to step.
I think
He's around the wall. There you go, Crispy. Nice.
I feel like it was too large.
Only
I feel
one
like
left.
they
Planet.
shrunk it a little
I
bit.
don't see him at
I'm
all.
trying to remember, man.
Okay,
I
it's near
can't.
the
Dippy
wall.
goes down again.
I
Ouch.
know where he is.
In
He's
between
still
the
in
white
that
trucks.
I was like, we don't need to mess with him.
Ooh.
Got him.
They only got
one down.
40 seconds left. They're looking to get a revive. You know, Carnage, I'm going to be honest, it looks as though Carnage is taking this really slow. I mean, they were able to get the complete elimination of the other team, which is why we got a drop in the clock timer.
Yeah, they only run
But, man, oh man, like, you know, Mahna really did take them down quite a bit. They at least got 3 members down. I think Dippy went down twice. One more, he would have been out. So this is a good win for Carnage, but Mahna did put in pretty decent work there.
But that works.
They get win number 1. Yeah, I'm trying to. I think there was a. Man, I want to say that the windows definitely were fixed. Those were fixed because they actually didn't have a 3-dimensional value to them. They were just flat images. So Sean created those so that they are a little bit more 3-dimensional rather than just stickers. And he made it so that you were able to shoot out of them. Those, I know that was a big thing.
They got one hurt. Or either down, I'm not sure.
In terms of size, though, I don't know if it was the size. The
He's
color
down to the right.
changed. That's for sure.
I'm watching her
They went
play.
straight to B site. I'm surprised Mahna wasn't already pushing on the objective. Slice goes down. There goes Slow S. That's 2 very strong members
right
out.
Turbine, just inside the door, right side.
The bomb is in an exposed area.
One sec. Another one.
There goes Dippy leaving Step
Another one
1.
pushing. Watch the
And I
right
think
side again.
Crispy all
Right door
alone.
now. Yep.
Really good shots here.
Nice.
Step 1 taking out 2. Looking to clear out the rest.
He's at the B
Crispy
flank.
goes
At B.
down. Someone coming in from the flank.
Right
Okay,
behind
just
the
go get Crispy.
hurt.
Oh, and he goes down. Nice shots there by Jeremy, taking out Step 1, closing that out, tying things up 1-1.
The dot that counts.
I'll be honest, I was not expecting the flank from Mahna at all. In fact, I was more surprised that I didn't see them push that general doorway to the objective first.
I like A here, but I'm down for
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm gonna try for A.
I like getting into a, this is a good chance to get into a gunfight.
We see an aggressive push
This is pretty good
to the same side as the previous B plant. They might be going for A.
Down. Don't
Things
flank.
could change
Another one's gonna try to flank here soon. I'm hurt. Let me watch.
very, very quickly, though, should this seem a little too dangerous to pursue.
Run up towards A.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can start moving towards A now.
I'm at A.
Yeah, they're over by B, or at least someone's
Okay.
hitting me by B.
So I'm gonna go ahead and lay down and watch the back. He's coming out now. Good job.
Yeah, got him.
With the patience of a monk,
Okay, who's got?
they
the bomb?
wait for that flank,
Crispy.
and they're
Is that you
rewarded.
guys?
Jeremy Dag
Who's got
is
the bomb?
out.
Crispy should.
I do. My bad.
Dippy gets
now
another
let's do this.
elimination.
Over at B.
Okay, nice.
Bomb's playing, now the pressure is on Mahna.
I'm gonna kind of get back over here in the middle.
I'm in the pit.
Fuck.
Oh,
Good job.
There's the round win. All have been
I
eliminated.
got kitty
They go
cat
up
reflex.
2-1.
Yep.
It's still not out of the question for Mahna. I mean, they're still keeping it close. I mean, they already have one win that you know, most people would maybe not expect. But again, I'm telling you, with Stout and Slayson and Wicked on this team, you know, they're all pretty strong S&D players. So if they're going to win anything, I think it's going to be an S&D round.
Okay.
Well, I can say this much. Jeremy Dag is putting in the work. Not only did he help
No hit markers.
attain that victory prior, he now just got 2 eliminations
I can't get
very,
out there.
very
I got the
quickly.
bomb.
Wicked
Shit.
is trying to get past her teammate.
He backed up.
And there is a body blockade.
How many are left? Okay.
2. There's 3 of them.
Coming
Shit,
up
right
from
here, behind you
behind.
guys,
Wicked does
behind
put
you
in some
guys.
of the work. Couple of shots
Okay,
on.
get the bomb.
Now it's a 3v3.
I hear somebody else
Hopefully
running. Be
that
careful.
call out helped.
He's
Not so much
Jeremy. He's right behind that. I got
for
it. I got
Carnage
it.
as they lose yet another one. Now it's a 3v2.
How many are left? Get over there.
Slayson, Nin,
It's just
and
Step.
Jeremy
Step
going up
is just
against
left.
Step and Dippy.
Watch from after they're
Jeremy
gone, 'cause
is
I
down.
saw one in the
Possibly a
beginning.
trade has occurred.
Somebody watch behind you guys. One of you guys watch behind you. Look at the neighborhood.
A free
Plant that shit
cam
at A
would
and
be
protect
wonderful
Slayson.
right about now.
Going inside. Somebody watching inside. He's inside.
Jeremy's put down again, and this time for good.
All the way by the door. Right side.
There goes Nin. Slayson left all alone with the bomb planted 1v1 against Dippy, and Dippy comes out victorious.
Oh,
And
no.
he's going to go in for the defuse.
Good job. That was great.
And Carnage are going to take yet another one. First attack attempt by
Yeah, he was
Mahna.
way on the other side. He shouldn't have
Been here
peeked.
since the beginning of the match.
We need to watch that. But next time, let him know if he's close. He wasn't close at all. He didn't have to peek that.
What's up, Mario? How's it going? It's late for you, brother.
Yeah, I thought you meant like
He's
right
getting
there on
up.
the
He's
other
got to
side of the wall.
go. He's got to go cut the
yeah, me
cut the
too.
steaks up.
It's okay.
Oh. I won't do that again, I promise.
One's going left side of B again.
That's where they're gonna hide. Oh no, they're already
Ooh,
in the
Wicked goes
fucking
down
plane.
real quick.
And I don't know
Support
where.
coming in. They go down.
Me and
Slayson is
Slayson are
out.
both down.
Ninka
get
trying
Slayson
to
up if you can. Run to
come in
her.
for this additional support. Picks up the bomb.
you
Trying
got
to get the
him?
revive, and I believe also exposes her back. And now that's 3 out within the very first
Jeremy, I
20
don't know if you can
seconds
get this
of the
Slayson.
round.
I don't know. Is there somewhere in the plane?
I won't be able to.
No.
Crispy takes out
Jeremy got one
Slayson.
in
Jeremy
the
left
front end
alone
heading your
against
way
an
now, but
entire
he's
Carnage
hiding
team.
behind the tire. 2 of them are heading
order.
your way now.
From where?
From the right there where you're at. There's one coming down the plane now. All 4 of them are heading towards you, in front of you. Yeah, they're right there to your right-hand side.
Hey,
From the
never know.
inside.
B side or
He got one.
B side.
Right there. All towards you.
Could not
yeah,
get the
right there.
other 4. He
No, they
tried.
were all heading your way. We just,
Scoreline
when they're
4 to
heading your
1.
way,
Carnage
well, you were on
looking
the other side. This is
really
a hard
strong in
call-out
this
map.
encounter.
Yeah, it is.
Shit.
If I had known B, that
You
would
know,
be-
Hangar is one of
Well,
those
I can't
maps,
see it
and
when I'm looking.
feel free
Somebody else
to
gets this one.
disagree with
Jeremy,
me,
here,
anyone
never
in
mind.
chat, or hell, even you,
I got
O'Doyle. I feel like Hangar is very similar to Veranda, not so much in aesthetic, but
I'm chilling
in
right
the
here,
number
and I'm
of
laying
angles.
down.
I feel like the number of angles on this map that you have
Where
to
are you?
account for, Dippy taking out Slayson,
I was at B.
uh,
I got hits on him.
it makes it a very difficult map to run.
There's one at B back behind the delivery trucks and stuff back in
I feel both
Yes.
teams are kind of struggling with this right now, thinking that they've got an upper hand position. There goes Jeremy Dag at the hands of
Not too
Crispy.
late.
Now Wicked gets dropped herself. You just never know which direction they're going to come from.
One's going up into the plane on the left-hand side of the plane. One's in the pit.
all right, and I'm back.
One's in the
In
plane.
front of the plane.
Welcome
What
back.
happens?
Well,
Just you.
Eliminations.
many
You got
eliminations.
this.
There's only 5 of them. Don't sweat it.
What was I supposed to disagree with you on?
So I was saying how I feel Hangar is similar to Veranda, not necessarily in aesthetics, but
He knows you're there.
in regards to the number of angles that
No, it is. You went back
you
and
have
forth
to
back to the side.
consider. It's not a map where you
I
can
see
just
that. I
where
can
you
see
can-
that.
it's not a map where you can just kind of run, right? There's a lot of stuff in the way, a lot of visual noise. So getting a clear angle isn't always good, but intel is one of those things that you can acquire very easily on this map because of the various angles that you have. You can sit there comfortably. And Carnage sitting on match point right now, scoreline 5-1. We're going to switch on over before that next match starts. We're going to get a bit of a replay on that
Maybe on
last
the B
round
side, I think.
because there is a bit of a
Got her.
time gap.
He was on B side,
But I
right?
feel like Hangar, despite
it
it being a
was,
very good map, I think
yeah,
it's better for
going up
Hardpoint
to
than
the
Search
very
and
top
Destroy.
there, kinda to
For
the
Search and
left,
Destroy,
you
it's a
know?
little bit
Yeah,
harder because you
straight
never know
forward.
where they're going to come from. Are they
I
going to
think
come
so.
from
One
above,
on
down
the
below in the
stairs,
pit? Are they
yeah.
like there's
Spirals,
just
yeah, I think
there's
it's
so many
on the
lanes and
side.
angles to consider. It makes it a very difficult map for
We are
Search and Destroy.
Yeah.
Oh, very true. Very true. But, you know, I feel like the plane is a little underutilized because it's kind of tricky to pull off. But, like, you get somebody in those windows throughout the plane, it's damn near impossible to figure out where they're coming from.
Can you guys crawl outside? Right here, step. Oh shit! One right there.
I think
Right
step
by
one is a little.
underneath fire.
Yeah. Oh, it gets that.
Where'd you get hit?
Finishes
One's
that one
coming
off.
towards
Okay,
Alvo on the outside.
Messes up the
outside.
revive.
So coming
Yeah,
to the
coming
corner
up
now.
towards
He's underneath the stairs on the corner now.
Alright.
Got him.
Yep.
Ooh,
Take out
getting
old-
kills.
All right, just Wicked and.
He's
Oh,
healing
man.
and killing.
Step the medic. Yeah, I guess so, Leo. Coming in clutch with a lot of those,
They're both on the
but
top
no one
tower.
there to
Right.
support him
Yep.
as he goes down. two guns
towards
pointed
Crispy
right
side.
on Jeremy
Crispy
and
on the left
Wicked
side.
against Crispy in Slice.
There, no, almost at the front plane, Crispy.
Got them both.
Yep.
Okay, nice. Still
this
got
is for the
Jeremy.
win.
He might be just be down.
Nope, that's it. Everyone's. Yeah, I downed him.
Discord
Just not
Wolf,
off in the
check
front.
it out.
Yeah.
Once you get the countdown, that means they're all down.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. As soon as you see it drop to, I think it's 45.
All right,
seconds or
and
something.
Carnage are going to take this one. I'm going to see if I can get a decent POV of the score
Good round,
card
Steve.
here.
Good game.
Good game.
GG's.
Come on, Step Baby. Look to
Yeah, I
your
thought I was gonna
right.
beat Crispy and kills this round. Damn.
Ah,
As
there
much
it
as
is.
I used to hate S&D,
Good
I
enough.
don't
Good
do
enough. All right, I'll take it.
I love it.
Thank you, Step. All right. So, up 2 wins in the first half. Carnage looking to take this one. I'm going to look at the poll and see where everyone's vote counted. I believe it was all in favor of Carnage, but, you know, I don't want to assume. Yep, all in favor of Carnage. Okay. I can always run another poll during the second half. And yeah, it looks like Step is having a blast there.
Man, I'm just tired looking at it. It's a lot of movement.
All right. We do have another event already scheduled. If you guys aren't paying attention to the Discord, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I don't usually use the events. We tried using the events section last season, and it was utilized to an extent. But if you are less familiar with it, just go to the very top of all the channels where there should be an events category there, and you guys can check. I'm going to be updating that every time a match is confirmed. So we have Paragon versus Reigning Havoc on Friday at 9. And we have a special event happening on Saturday, Titch's Team Talk. We're kind of bringing that back. I say we, it's Titch's show, hence the name of it. But we'll bring that back, and that's a way for everybody to kind of get to know the teams outside the game a little bit more as people, as opposed to just players. So be sure to tune into that. Hopefully I'll be able to assist them with that so Titch can focus on the conversation rather than just the production.
No, we're not planning. It's hard point.
All right, so Hardpoint and Factory. I don't think I've really played a lot of Hardpoint here,
I got him.
It's
to be
actually
perfectly honest.
one of my favorites. Anytime Hardpoint is agreed upon in Publix and Factory shows up, it's the one I select. So if someone is ever like, wow, who would pick Factory for this? It's
They
me.
got me.
Directly below Dippy. Right.
It's not showing up for you, Shell. Make sure you go to the settings for that specific Discord channel
They got
and make
They're
sure
coming
you
in.
check off show all channels. Sometimes that turns
Elvis
off on
side
its
will
own.
respond.
They're going second floor. 1 second.
So at the lockers, I'm
I don't know. I'm not there now.
Stay here.
Jump down right in front of you, I think.
Slayson's in there, very back corner.
I gotta say, with the
Stay in that
amount
shit.
of gameplay that we've seen of Wicked, I don't know if she typically runs like this, but her
In
movements
the office.
like either improved or maybe I've just been blind to it. But like her movement is like it's really good right now. She's sliding into the right spots, using the proper coverage. I'm really liking the movement out of her tonight.
Underneath the stairs.
She is on PlayStation, and maybe that VR2. I think she has a VR2 now.
Ah,
Maybe that's just a little bit more comfortable than the Quest was. I don't know, because like the Quest 2 is like a brick right on the front of your face.
Yeah.
So it's not the best balance thing, unless you got a like a Bobo VR or some type of battery head pack. So maybe that has something to do with it, or maybe
Shit,
she's
got
just
me with
changing
the
her
bomb.
playstyle up a lot. But you're definitely right. Like she used to like to
Middle door.
find a corner and camp.
They're all
I got
down.
perimeter.
That and she would like run straight lines. She's
they got me.
zigzagging. She's snaking throughout the
They're
map,
getting in
going
it
cover to
now.
3 of
cover.
them are there.
And her shots, like she's very snappy tonight. I mean, I
Serpentine.
yeah, I just want to point out like the improvements as I see them from each player. And
they are.
I'll tell you, like I've seen Wicked play in the past, and there's a clear difference in play style from what I remember to what I'm seeing now. So kudos to her. Step one,
Nice.
getting taken out in the process. It looks like
Just stay back.
actually, surprisingly, Carnage is behind. Phenomena it has a pretty strong lead here for Hardpoint. Carnage have retaken the point, and they are going to close that gap quite a bit. But hey, you know what? Gotta give them credit where credit's due. Mahna with a really good early start. What's going on, Blonde Baller?
Coming up those stairs at you.
Blood Baller.
Catwalk 2. She jumped
You
down.
got to change your name to Blood Baller now.
She can keep it
Okay.
Blonde Baller. I'm just going to call her Blood Baller because she leaves a trail of blood wherever she goes.
Probably the worst hardpoint spawn on this map. Bar none. I hate this spot.
Okay, Wicked's hurt. I got one in the middle office right now. I'm in it.
Oh, I mean, I like it and I don't all at the same time. It has a lot of like Overwatch points. I mean, you got the catwalk up there, you got the pipes, and you know, you even got that little sneaky spot of like, you know, just hide in the dumpster and like pop out.
There are some really good cover points, but that's if you can even capture the point to begin with. The team that has the most players on that point early on are going to have a superior advantage for this particular spot because of all those angles that you're referring to. As we see Mahna trying to breach in through those doors, you have two entry points essentially. If you discount the catwalk, there are essentially two entry points that are easily coverable, and it makes it near impossible to try to get in. Where Slow Ass and Step were currently looking, they're looking over at the sheds. I mean, you could try to sneak your way there, get a couple eliminations, but the moment you go through the door, you're out. Like, it's pretty crazy how bad that spot is if you're not the first team to fully capture it.
Down, please. Front door.
All right, they got adjourned or
Score
something.
63-108.
Somebody
It
got
does
something.
look like Carnage has taken back some of that initial lead that Mahna had on him. Up by about 40 points now.
Yeah, he's still underneath the overhang.
Blonde, whatever you can do to get him back into the game, that'd be great. I can't convince him. Tried.
Bunch again.
Who, Titch?
Yeah. I'm more convinced Titch doesn't play because I'm playing.
Titch is a busy guy. I mean, you know, he didn't really have a lot of time to play there for a while. I mean, he's still working like a couple jobs right now. I mean, it's the same job, but, you know, different branches, so.
Got him on the bridge.
Thank you.
I'll tell you, Titch, the amount of time that I played Publix with the team, or even just with randoms, a
Try to get
lot
to
of
that
people are
point
just
if you
picking
can.
search and destroy, so you might as well hop in as it is. I don't know if they
Shit.
are going to separate it, but
There you go. Stay in that shit.
it's
Hold
pretty
it. I'm trying
frequent
to
that
get
we're
there
playing
as fast as
search
I
and
can.
destroy.
A lot of the younger players like it. I know
Incoming
my son,
fire.
he's like, yeah, I really love search and destroy. I mean, it's almost his favorite mode.
Stay there, old stout.
I know that there's kind of a big pushback on
Okay, your
search and
bitch
destroy.
bomb got
People are
him.
like, hardpoint's so much fun. But I think there's a resurgence of
Drop all that
interest
shit.
for that game mode now.
Okay, well, I mean, especially if we've got a lot of, I want to say First Contact Entertainment. I can't even think of the name of the game right now.
Firewall.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. Little slow tonight. You know, you might have a lot of
Shit.
Firewall players coming over,
Come on,
so
bitch
you
bomb,
know
work,
that
work,
is
work.
their preferred mode, since that is what the game is completely dedicated to. So you know, kind of makes sense that we're seeing a little bit more S&D.
We're
There's
also
one on
seeing
top.
a little
There's
bit of a
one on
comeback
top
here
on
from
the
Mahna
catwalk.
with 92 points. Now I think there are still about 40 points out as Carnage keep taking it back. But there is a little bit of a comeback here from Mahna.
Dogs.
Correction, they're about 50 points out, but it does keep going green for them.
From the second floor.
Let's see if they can spend whatever time is left
Shit. All right.
trying to close this gap.
One of them's coming from
Middle
tanker.
door.
Karen saying that's a little
Oh,
weird.
shit.
Why? I mean, is
Opposite
it?
side now.
I mean, is your head in the gutter, Karen? Are you thinking bad things right now? Because I can see where you could see it's weird. I mean, if I think of it that way, that is a little
We're
weird.
catching up slowly.
Let's look at-
The right side corner.
Got him. It's open.
Really
Another
nice
one on the
play
other
here by
corner.
Carnage. Good angles, taking out people on point, getting a couple of mollies in there.
Nice.
Perimeter
Got 'em
play
behind me.
coming in
Coming
handy.
now.
At the
As I say that,
Shit. They're in
step one gets taken out by Wicked.
it. Either side. 102,
It's 161 on
162.
Carnage's
Still
side. I
up.
did not get to catch Mahna's.
But it is still in their hands, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
115. Yeah.
not terrible. I mean, we're like 1 point away. If they hold 1 point the entire time, they're back in it.
Had it for a little bit.
The rotations back around, I think both teams are doing a great job with. As you can see, Mahna has it once again. As soon as one person gets taken out, another one's in there. The rotations, like I said, are really good for both teams. They're coming in at the proper angles, getting the mollies right on point. That's what's making that particular hard point very contested.
It's gonna be hectic in here. Let's see what
Fuck.
I mean,
Shit.
you know,
Through the middle door.
Middle
she
door.
does when she plays the game. She's killing all the people.
They're in
But
it.
I mean, you know, if you wanna think about like, you know,
That perimeter, guys. Get in it. Going for it. Going for it.
the other part, like head in the gutter, Karen. I mean, we can go that way. I mean, we can do some like Brick Tamlin references from Anchorman. I don't know. Where do we want to go with
They're
this?
in it.
Away, I think.
See,
Um,
I mean, I was thinking of all the pseudonyms myself, but you know, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. What's up, Schlepp?
I mean, it crossed my mind. I mean, but yeah, please, yes, let's get away from that topic.
Middle door. Back office. Second floor.
All right, I think we only got a few more hard points left
Take perimeter on the.
to go
shit.
through. 131 to
Seven
193.
seconds.
I think we got
Carnage.
7 seconds. We got 7 seconds. But Carnage is not in Carnage's hands right now. All they need is 7 seconds in there.
Yeah, and as long as they can continue to contest it, I think they're doing okay. There it goes in the hands of Carnage.
Just gonna lay down, let it soak.
Can Mahna pull it back, contest it, keep them off the point? No, that's going to go in favor of Carnage. And they're going to get a 3-win sweep in the first half,
Almost thought that one.
and that will push us going into the second half. Can we get a perspective here, kind sir?
Password will be the same. under
Getting
my name.
nothing from Wicked. Going
5 minute or
back.
10-minute break.
There's
How
a
long do you guys
scorecard.
need to-
Oh, I love you, buddy.
we were
Oh, wait, a
doing
little bit
5
more.
We're 60 points
Started
off.
with
They
a 5,
really weren't that far
and The
behind.
password will be the same
Yeah.
under my name.
What's the password?
Sounds good.
What's
Oh,
the password? I got invited.
I think there was
2638,
one
I
stat
think.
point that I didn't get
2638,
for
was that
Wicked,
it?
but you know what? I'm
Yeah.
sure I can figure that out
Wicked?
at a later time. So
Yeah.
give
Oh
that
yeah,
point.
maybe I
round
should do
up.
that. I'll change
Let's
the
round up.
password and give it right back.
I think it was maybe the deaths, but you know the thing is that you know when people die, you know they generally look over at their own scorecard. So in one of those instances where she does perish, I'll probably be able to grab something from that and get relatively close. But yeah, Carnage going into the second half, 3 wins up. I would say that was the closest that we have seen Mahna getting to actually beating Carnage. Regardless, it was a good fight. That one in particular was a really, really good fight. I hope they can carry that momentum going in the second half when they pick their maps, and hopefully their maps work in their favor. This certainly worked in Carnage's favor.
You never see me playing. I don't play quite as much these days. Got a lot of other little things going on. But yeah, I'm getting back into it.
All right, we are going into halftime. I wish I had a halftime show for you guys and gals, but I'm just going to do a very short spiel. I thank all those that support us, Rep Sports, who give us an affiliate link to their website if you guys are interested in energy drink alternative, or if you're interested in fitness, you can check out all their supplements. Just use promo code AHC at checkout to get 15% off. That's 15% that you save on your total purchase, and that goes towards Amateur Hour Commentary, where we put it right back into the league and all the other stuff that we do. So go check them out. Only in the United States, international, not yet available. Hopefully sometime in the future. ProTube VR. I keep looking down at my gun stock because I love that thing. I absolutely do. I got my new magnet cups on my Quest controllers for when Steam releases. If you guys don't know ProTube VR, definitely go check them out. The leaders in peripheral equipment for virtual realities, particularly in the competitive realm. They are big supporters of esports. Go check them out, ProTubeVR.com. You will not be disappointed. OutsideIn Entertainment. I always find that name very hard to say really quickly. So OutsideIn Entertainment The developers of Alvo continuously putting out content, currently working desperately to get the Steam version released, and it's coming, to a cap very, very soon. They continue to put out content. They continue to support everything that we do. So big shout outs to them. Another shout out to Gaming Synergy. Thank you so much for allowing us to use your platform. Partners for years. And if you are interested in any of the other events that they are, holding, just create an account on gamingsynergy.co.uk, and you can see all that's available. They do have a Firewall Ultra League that will be starting up soon. You guys can check that out. Likely over on our Amateur Hour Commentary EU channel, which is AH Commentary EU here on Twitch, and we'll be starting that up because it's going to be primarily based in European time, and you can check Plank out over there along. Titch, who do we have? We have Silly and Daddy Sausage coming back, as well as Daft Dev. So our entire EU team is going to be back up and running. Really exciting. Can't wait for that to start. And of course, big shout out to everybody here who has not only joined us during the event, but also continues to participate. Thank you so much for your continued support. Hopefully you're enjoying the season so far. If you have any interest in sharing your thoughts about what we could do differently in the next season, go join the AWL Discord and post your suggestions there. All right. I'm done.
There it is.
There it is. I don't know why my spell check put Sunday. That was odd.
Did our spell check put Sunday anywhere?
I
mean, Doom said I was playing on Sunday because I am playing on Sunday, but
I don't know. I see Doom. Yeah, I see Doom wrote Sunday.
I don't know. I mean, I will say something as far as spell check goes. Maybe I don't know. I am slow, but over on the statistics page on the website, kind of looked like statistics was spelled wrong. I could be wrong. I might have just looked at it weird, but I think I thought I caught a typo. Am I
Let's
right?
see.
Or am I wrong? Nope, that's right. That's right. Okay, it just looked weird. I don't know.
But you know what? That's a really good segue into bringing it back up. If you guys want other information, if you don't want to go to the Discord or you're just perusing, and maybe if you want some resources, especially if you're bringing on new players who might need to be more well-informed, you can send them over to amateurhourcommentary.com. And there are some Alvo resources, Alvo World League. And we have some other stuff here as well, such as merchandise and a little bit of a history on our collaborative efforts, which you can click on that as well and see what we have done since 2019, since when we started. And there's a little bit of a brief summary with every group that we have kind of worked with. I'm going to be working on the announcements section as well to kind of keep people updated. I needed to do an aggressive push on the resources page, so I didn't quite update that this time. But go check it out, amateurhourcommentary.com. That's right, I'm going to keep pushing it till you all go.
Shove it down your throat. Just push product down your throat.
You know, we actually used to host the live events on the main page. But I figure, I mean, who's going to go to a website to watch an event? So I've kind of completely changed that. Trying to make it more resource friendly. And I'm going to figure out, if anyone knows how to do this, I really want to figure out how to make those map images interactable. That way people can actually go there and talk about strategies that they're doing and do it live with the team. So you can go into Discord, pull up the website. You can have all the different spawns pre-selected or whatever, and then you can kind of talk about strategy and stuff. I really want to do that. I know CS does that. I think Valorant does that, but I don't know if there's any VR title that does that. I don't think Onward does. They have a little whiteboard, but there's no like maps up there. And I'd like people to be able to look at those maps and, I don't know, come up with some sort of strategy rather than getting into the map itself and, running around and stuff like that.
Like, are you talking like Street View or what are you talking? Just like Like, is
Huh?
that what you're talking? Are you talking like kind of like a Google Map thing, like a street view, you, like drop down and you're in the map?
No, no, more like if you're given like the search and destroy spawns in bomb zones, uh, like that section, being able to see, okay, this is where bomb site A1 and bomb site B1 spawn, and then here's the respective attack and defense spawn. Okay, based on this, what are the different routes that we can take? You know, and then they
Yeah,
can
I
start
mean,
working
yeah,
on
yeah.
drawing lines on the thing and then erase them without affecting the image and stuff like that. Uh, satellite, I mean, like, yeah, we have the satellite view, but it's more like I want people to be able to draw on it, you know, have open discussion, be able to manipulate the photo a little bit or the image a little bit to kind of discuss, you know, different pathways that they can take rather than just getting into the game and, you know, spending 5 minutes in a private match just to kind of go over that stuff. Granted, you want to do both, but well,
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to do. I mean, it's just some HTML code.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have to have, like, you definitely have to have you know, different overlays for the different bomb spawn sites, and those would be hyperlinks that you'd click on, and it would lay the overlay there. And then I can't remember the exact code to put in, but you could make it to where you could draw on it. But I mean, that'd be
Yeah.
possibly
Well-
resource heavy. But
Well, that's what I was thinking of doing is maybe having a separate page that is actually interactable. Yeah, Doyle's going to code it for us. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I could probably do it, but I don't know if I'm going to do it for you. But I don't know if I have the time.
Yeah, I was thinking of having different tabs so you can select the game mode because I'm also thinking of maybe doing hardpoint maps to kind of show like where the different hardpoints are on the different maps, so that people can kind of get, I don't know, get into some conversation around like industrial, for example, when the hard point is on the red container just outside the pit, you know, like between the pit and the main building, like where are the most advantageous spots to sit? You know, you could go, like I said, you can go into the game itself and discuss that, or you could just kind of look at it as an overlay. Just a thought that I had. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but man, I wish, I wish I
Yeah,
was
I mean,
smart enough.
it's doable. I mean, really, I mean, the easiest thing would be to start with just like, I mean, you could just do different, you know, map links to different images that add the different spawn points and stuff. That would be easily doable. Wouldn't
Yeah.
require any like heavy lifting, but
Yep. I'm going to do a little
I mean-
research, see if I can figure out the easiest way of doing it because I am limited on resources and what I'm able to do. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the website, see if anything changes. Hopefully, it's a good resource for you. If not, all well and good. It's at least there for me, and I'm learning something. Everything
Yeah,
we
I
do
mean,
is easily done. Yeah, sure.
especially when we're not the ones doing it. Like Titch, you make it look easy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like the new app that Meta just released, where they kind of blow up a Quest headset in like a AR space. That looks pretty cool. It's kind of scary though, because eventually that's how I'm going to be looking at like copier diagrams and any schematic, because you're going to be able to like pull pieces out and look at it, and I don't know, it's just going to be kind of neat.
Doesn't Amazon kind of do something similar? They use AR to help you place furniture in your actual environment. So you can actually change the scale.
I think IKEA does that too, maybe.
Yeah. It's really cool technology, man. I can't wait to see what Meta's going to do. Because, like, if anything else, Meta may not make some of the best consumer-friendly products for, like, gaming or whatever. But when it comes to commercial stuff, man, they're pretty advanced. Like, I'll give credit where credit's due. Their MR AR is, I mean, it's looking really good. Especially in a standalone headset. That's crazy.
Yeah. Here we go. We're going for Monastery for some TDM. Heavily going to favor Carnage. Obviously, I'm sure this is Carnage's map choice, correct?
No, they had the first. This is actually
Oh, they had
Mahna.
the first. This is Mahna. Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting.
He chews on like the wood.
That's a
finish
dangerous
around
call
the
if you
house
ask me.
areas and stuff.
I kind of agree. I'm curious to see what Mahna has planned for this map.
Outside of church.
Because this is you might as well just call this
Sound for a
Carnage's
second.
map, you know?
Yeah, usually.
Ice cave.
I mean, unless you can get down in the tunnels and just hold the tunnels, that would be about the only way I could see them really maybe be able to pull something off here. But I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. It does not look like they're going tunnels.
It's okay.
No,
Crispy,
Carnage is already up
what's his name is back there?
14,
Hold on.
maybe
I'm gonna go
15,
get him.
actually. 17 now. Jeez, the number just keeps climbing so rapidly.
Got
The
him.
shots there by Wicked. Very dangerous going up the, what some people coin white shirt stairs.
Turret above our spawn.
White shirt stairs, Kaiser stairs, like that. Yeah, there's many a name for that. Those stairs,
On the
middleman
stairs, Lisa, right
stairs.
in front of you. One going to the big tunnel.
They're pretty good stairs. That's a nice little point to hang on. Preferably, I like being on that bridge on those, beside those stairs. But
Yeah, it's a very dangerous spot if you, especially if you
Time
lay
to pull out
prone.
some s'mores.
At Kaiser
Yeah.
stairs, white shirt stairs, yeah, depending on who you
Stay in the
associate those
tunnel. Let him
stairs
come
with.
down here.
I just associate this entire map with Carnage. That's it. Carnage
Yeah,
stairs, Carnage tunnel.
Above us in our spawn.
yeah, I just remember seeing those stairs. Playing against Kaiser. I hated playing this map against that guy. It was like impossible.
Nice.
They're going on the ramp.
No, opposite of the
I
stairs.
really like though how some of these locations are being
We got white.
just jump down
coined
and
after
behind-
players. That was a
behind
really
you,
nice
Step.
slide jump
so you said
parkour
that's
maneuver
the
there,
tunnel?
Step.
Yeah, he's
Um,
out
Because
Infinity
it,
Stairs.
it kind of
Bottom-
speaks to
bottom of
players'
the-
caliber, you
the
know,
gas
their
lacing.
ability to really make a single holding point very frustrating.
White
Right?
shirt.
I like it.
Watch the
Oh,
stairs.
wine barrels in the
Yeah,
tunnel.
What is the
He's run
score?
into
I cannot see
Hellbound's
the
area.
scoreline yet.
Got him.
Man, I would love to have a IRL POV of this guy. He's like all over the place.
This way. Oh, fuck, dude, he's so quick.
We'll ask him
Watch
to put up a
your
webcam for us next time,
Back
just to
tunnel
see.
down.
No,
This is a
back
webcam. Just
upstairs.
get your wife to record you playing.
In the beginning,
two
it
at
was
the
Illy
wine barrel
stairs,
tunnel,
yeah.
at the new area.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen Illy play in forever. I don't even know if he plays anymore.
See, I
Fucking
thought
really?
Gabba almost had him come back
Hold
last
up,
year
right
for
here,
Gabba
right
Army.
Church going big rock.
Yeah, I think he's mentioned wanting to come back or
Watch your stairs.
something. I don't know. If anyone has any information, I know he was still.
Bottom of
I think he was still in beta.
Yeah, he's going up the
But-
big crates.
Can't quite see the
Tunnels?
scoreline. That white is
63, I
blinding.
think.
16.
I think it's 46-53.
In our spawn. Two of them back over our spawn, going in the tunnel.
Yeah, Illy was one of the very
one on the
first
stairs.
Choco users that I
And into
was very frustrated with. He was very, very good with the sniper. Particularly on Desert, he would sit on shit house and just shit on people.
Let's go.
Nice.
That used to be Illy's house, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he had a couple places named after him. That's how good he was.
On the rocks. Bridge. Never mind, he's dead. Left side of the monastery on the outside.
Yeah, I agree, Doom. I agree. I
Shit
think there are
behind me in the
some,
monastery, hiding against that wall. I don't know where they just
I
went.
want to say veteran players. Ooh, 60 to 43. It's still relatively close. Yeah. I don't want to
Nice.
say veteran players, but the old players, those from long since past.
Got hit by somebody over there.
I wish some of them would come back.
Somebody's
You know,
behind
there's-
me
there
in
have
the
been so many
monastery
changes.
in the
We
tunnels.
actually just had Phobos come back. I don't know
They're
if
coming
anyone
down to the
remembers
tunnels
him,
now?
but it's been a long time since he's played. And it
Down the stairs in front of us.
when he came back, he was absolutely amazed with all the changes that have taken place.
Big stairs.
Weapons that were added, which speaks to how long ago it was since he played. He ran Veranda, couldn't believe, how good that map looked. Checked out the other maps.
He went out the back door.
I find
Got him.
even Supro side. I think if some of them came back, they'd be pretty impressed with what's been done, and it's only going to get better as we have
Shit,
new map updates
over there on top of the monastery on the
coming
other
out.
side on the opposite of spawn.
Hopefully in the very near future, along with one other map. And I think we're supposed to be getting a new weapon sometime soon, but I don't know.
Shit,
I'll let you
somebody's up
guys
top
know if I
too.
hear anything.
I mean, I would
Freeze.
almost think we're probably going to see. I don't know if we'll see that one map
Right there,
first, or if
Slayton.
we'll see the sanatorium
is that
update.
friendly fire in the
From
tunnel?
zombies
Yeah.
to be a playable map
Balcony
first.
stairs.
That thing they're blowing it up.
It almost seems like the sanatorium would be a no-brainer. It's
Perfect.
already built.
Come back,
They
I
just
dare
have to
you.
put in the
Damn,
the different
God, I think two
points
more headshots
and
motherfuckers he needs.
Could you
Yeah, I mean-
imagine Sanatorium with Search and
Yeah,
Destroy? That'd be
Oh,
insane.
oh man, it'd be
Ah.
perfect. I mean, like
Can't believe
you
that
wouldn't have
just
to cut out
happened.
a single part of that map.
All these
And that would
pretty
be,
dashes,
like,
no kills.
I mean, they could make that
Oh,
its
105
own mode,
roundabout.
just like Sanatorium Search and Destroy 24/7.
Church.
PvE. Have some zombies in there as well.
Right? That'd be cool. That would be kind of cool.
Imagine a hard point with zombies attacking the point while you're not only trying to defend against your opponent but also against zombies. That'd be
Oh,
insane.
man.
Chaos.
Same spots, Chris.
I don't think that's been done.
I don't know if it has.
Oh shit. Yeah. Sorry.
They need another route upstairs. Yeah, I agree. Aside from the stairwell,
Thank you.
they would need an alternate route. But they've been able to do that because Desert was very much like that, where some buildings you just could not get up on. So they added a few awnings. They added a few more
Nice.
joists sticking out of the wall that you can actually jump up on. So it's a lot more mobile now.
I mean, they could put a ladder up to the library from
It
the
looks
first
pretty
floor,
sweet from
from the surgery room, and easily be done.
They've also, like here on Monastery, they never had the hatch here in the actual church itself. That was added. I don't remember if it was me or Arab who had requested it, but it was a great addition because it creates a different route that you now have to consider when the cave was put in.
New stairs.
That cave originally wasn't put in, and we were like, okay, well, we're going to need another route.
Crispy around the corner. Nice.
So they threw in a hatch. So additions
Now we have that
possible.
other entry. Yeah, we got that other
Name
entry.
cuts
This
on
whole
infinite
edition that
stairs. Yeah.
Step 1 is standing on is
like fucking
pretty much new. So
Yeah.
top of new stairs.
The gap here in points has increased quite a bit. I think it was like 40, maybe 50. I think it was 40. It was looking kind of rough for Phenomena, but kind of to be expected.
What the fuck? How did he?
As
Especially this
Carnage are barreling through. Yeah. 121, still in, I think it was 78, if I saw that correctly. Still
Like I
high
said,
numbers.
Long tunnel.
well, they had
Coming
a
out.
pretty good control of the map there at the beginning. It wasn't too big of a a distance,
White
but
church stairs.
again, like I was saying, it's just like their endurance just wears out halfway through the match. Or maybe they're just having fun. Maybe they're, maybe this is a little strategery going on, and they're like, all right, we're gonna go hard for the first like 4 minutes, and then we're just gonna have fun.
Bottom.
And then towards the end of the season, we're really gonna step up our game. There you have it. Carnage taking the victory though, 85 to 134.
I gotta say, Phenomena still, like, they got a decent number of kills there. Against Carnage, like, getting close to 100 is pretty awesome.
Definitely.
I mean, you may have lost, but to, reach that feat of almost getting triple digits on Carnage on Monastery. I mean, like I said, like we've said this all season 1. And I think we saw it in Test League. They just know this map and they know how to run it. It's one of their favorites. It's a map where you can't really hold down a spot. I don't want to say that they hate town, but they hate the fact that people will sit at certain spots. They like the running, gunning kind of thing. Later, Titch, feel better,
Right, Titch.
Feel better, bruh.
You're gonna say feel better, boo.
I was gonna say bud and then bro, and it came out boo. So Titch is my boo. Whoopsie, it slipped. But yeah, it's one of those maps where you just you have to expect that when Carnage is running it, it's going to be difficult. And to obtain almost triple digits on them is nothing to scoff at. That being said, we're going to another map, which is still relatively small in general size, but because of the number of levels on it, it's a lot of square footage. Veranda being the newest map, I think has been a great addition. And I think we're going to continue to see Search and Destroy played on this map quite often.
One of my favorite maps, honestly. I mean, really, if I had to pick a favorite, I think I would be picking this one. And not because it's just the new thing, a lot of action. So yeah.
Oh, pushy. Don't know if they realize.
Apologies for the little hitch
It'll
there,
just be a minute.
folks.
They're just fucking off.
Already got Jeremy.
For some reason, my internet likes to die about an hour or so in,
Hello.
and then it comes right back. So we should be good for the rest of the time.
Nobody spawn in for a minute. Nobody spawn in. So, or fuck it.
Right here,
Play with
the-
them. We don't
The little
care.
duck work.
Third floor.
Crispy vent.
There's two third floor.
What's up, Nickel?
Let's see
How's it
what
going,
happens.
bud?
One on top of the stairs on the second
See, I didn't call
floor.
him Boo.
Got me.
We're good.
Yeah,
So,
that's supposed to be SMD.
Yes, this is supposed
What
to
are
be.
we
Yes.
playing?
I know
right
they
now?
like to hang out
Yeah.
outside.
Is this S&D?
Oh.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah,
back
yeah.
out of this.
We got to back out, brother.
I
Okay,
don't
cool.
think so.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Yeah,
You know,
backing out is definitely the way
we're gonna go
forward.
back
I
to
think
that.
I think they got a little hot. They got in there a little hot. They forgot what they were doing. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're supposed to do a thing right now."
So I mixed up my words, Nickel, when I was trying to say bye to Titch. I was gonna say bud and bro, and it came out boom. So I need to be very careful with my B words tonight, it seems. I'll tell you, we were trying to load into Veranda the other night, and me and a few others were stuck on the countdown. It was stuck at 19 seconds. I don't know if it has anything to do with the map itself, but it was very strange. It was acting
Yeah.
funny. And I'm
I'll
wondering
be
if there's
honest with you. I think the servers for Microsoft are having a little bit of a hiccup now.
They got
and
Activision now, man. They bought Activision. We need to expect there to be issues. It's
Well,
Activision.
I mean, yeah, well, it's Activision, but I also think, like, a lot of those data centers, I mean, yeah, like, hot data centers do better in the cold because they got to get cooled, but at the same time, like, CPUs run their most optimum when they are at, like, the perfect temperature. I have a feeling that deep freeze we had this past week probably was hurting some of the data centers, if I had to guess.
Gee, I hope that's the case because I was playing last night. And I'll be frank. You guys know I'm always honest with you. I couldn't play. I played a few rounds, and I mean, you see my streams. I get heated. I get frustrated at things that are out of my control. But I felt justified because at the end of the match, even though my mic was muted, everybody was saying, "Did that feel weird to you guys?" And like, "Oh, thank you, God." It's not just me.
Did anybody join mid game or like right at the start?
No, that's the thing.
No,
That's the funny
okay.
thing. That's the funny thing is like we were a whole group. Some of us loaded in late, and then we couldn't load in because we were stuck at 19 seconds. So we all pretty much just quit, right? And then we joined back in for I think it was team deathmatch we were doing. Fortunately, ended up back at Veranda, and we started playing. But the entire lobby that we were with, members of Carnage, members of Paragon, and a couple of new players sprinkled in. We all pretty much stayed together for a while, and it was like map after map. It just was like we were getting hit, and then they were getting hit, and it was weird. I just couldn't do it anymore, and I was like, I need to take a break tonight, so I had to duck out. But it's frustrating because it's no one's fault. It's just kind of what we have to endure, and we've been enduring. And I think, and this could be just my opinion based on the observation that my observations over the past week or so, we've had an influx of a lot of new players.
Yeah, they've had a nice little quest thing going on with a free trial. We've had a few players come in and be like, yeah, we're definitely buying this game. So just a friendly reminder again to everybody: if you're in there with some new players, I mean, I'm not saying you gotta like walk around and with a single knife or your hands up in there, but maybe show them the ropes. Be a little nicer than what we sometimes can be when we're playing in Publix.
Yeah, a lot of influx of new players, a huge influx of new players. We got level 1s that are leveling up real quick. We even have like level 20s who are just finally starting to get the hang of things, and they're really inspired to learn a little bit more. In fact, one guy asked if he could befriend some of us because so that he can learn more. He's like, hey, I know I'm new and I probably suck, but could I befriend you? Can I just send you guys a friend request so I can learn a little bit more, play with you guys sometime? And it was like, hell yeah, man. Like, hop on in. I love seeing that stuff. So a lot of the new players, if you ever come across this video on YouTube or if you're over on Twitch and you're watching it live for the first time, don't hesitate to ask. We all started somewhere where we were getting destroyed by new players or from old players. So you're not alone in that, but you got to stick it out and you'll learn real quick. And if you ever need help, we got a huge community that's pretty much what has kept this entire game alive is the community itself. Without them, who knows where the game would be. All right, here we are. Search and destroy on Veranda with nice shots here by Wicked.
Okay.
Mahna on the offense.
Planted.
Nice.
Now this will be maybe like out of any of the maps this season, you know, I don't think I'm going to be able to easily predict anybody being the winner or loser in these maps because they're still so new that, you know, somebody might have the best strategy out there already. You know, we already have it with Town in a few places, well-known, like,
One's above
established
you.
points to hold.
They're
With this
above you
one,
at B
you know,
now.
like you
They're
said,
above
you
you.
got lots of
I think they're gonna
angles,
try to
and
jump
we're
down
still
the hole.
finding the best
They're gonna
places to
slide down
hold.
that hole, Slayson, right now.
Two
There are a
against
few
Oh, shit, with
teams
the
that I'm
grenades.
feeling quite confident will
coming right now,
succeed.
shit.
Just about every other
Yes,
team.
you got
Nice
it, you
win
got it,
here
you
by
got it, you
Mahna.
got it,
Old
you got it.
Stout, keeping them alive,
Great job, guys.
surviving
Nice.
that rush onto the point, and they take the first win on their
You
offensive
do that. We'll come to you as soon as we can. Ninka, our
push.
plan on the first one is
Yeah,
good.
I
don't
think
know if they've even seen us
I'll
attack.
be honest. I think Death Squad, after having played, I think at least three of your teammates in Publix, I think Death Squad is going to be formidable. They already are, but in terms of the new map and what's going to be the meta, I think they've got a pretty well-established plan that maybe a lot of teams are going to end up following. Ooh, turning the corner, Wicked, not seeing that
Careful,
player
it's
there,
out.
but
Oh, shit.
fortunately,
Great
Old
friendly
Stout
slug.
coming in,
Okay.
get the
Yeah, no,
revive.
I wasn't shooting yet just because
Alright.
I thought.
You know, yeah, I'll be honest with my team. You know, you
Shit,
got
shit, shit.
Earl.
Ah, I didn't realize there's somebody left.
Very glad I'm not
Old
playing
Stout.
against him. Definitely, he's a killer, but he's
Right under
fun to
where
play
that bomb
against.
is,
He's,
right
he's
where that
always
bomb
nice.
is.
And then of course his father-in-law Hickory. Man, that dude, I remember playing him
so
in the early
close.
days, and you know, I mean, I guess he always tells me I taught him how to play because I always come back for the kill. So his whole mantra is two and then move.
Oh shit, to my left. He's
And I don't know, something got into him this summer. I don't know what it was, but
You're
I
okay.
mean, he's back with a vengeance now. Hickory can definitely play now. You know, before he was a decent player, but now he's a great player.
Hickory was my original camper. I say my because I have streamed this game ever since its release, and I would always curse his name because of how good he
They're probably up
was.
top.
He is my camper, my number one camper, always will be. Great player. Also, just a really swell guy.
No, it's too late.
Oh, Manamanas trying to push on the closet point and unfortunately fall. Only one member
All right.
downed
They might have
over
been on
on
the spots we
Carnage.
showed each other earlier.
Now
too.
we switch over to Carnage, who are going to take a stab at offense themselves.
That works.
I stretched my legs out, but I didn't do a whole lot of shooting.
No, I didn't shoot at all.
One
So,
thing.
I'm not-
Oh, go ahead, dude.
So we're watching the pool area.
I mean, I'm not sure if maybe, you know, Wicked and their team, you know, just got off to a strong start,
Where are we going?
or if Carnage has readjusted. I mean, it seems like maybe Carnage has readjusted their game plan.
Woo! Man, nice shot there by
Got
Step.
Wicked down.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch her flank.
I love this map.
Another one
So
back
many
here
different
chasing.
ways
Don't
to get
chase,
down,
don't
and
chase.
especially like, you know, you were
Don't
showing
chase.
me the lighting outside of the bar
Got
on
one on
the
the flank.
PC build the other
Yeah,
day.
man.
Two left. and one
Oh
left.
man, once they get that graphics update, oh man, it's gonna look nice. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, with the real-time lighting, man, this
Let's get
game
on
is
that.
it's
Oh,
just
good
going
job.
to look different.
Good job.
It's going to look different. There's going to be some new texture updates as well, so definitely keep it. I can't wait for those to come, man. I just can't. I'm so excited.
I just can't wait for it to go to Steam. Once it hits Steam, I mean, really, Steam doesn't have a game like this. They've got a lot of shooters, but they don't have anything that is Call of Duty caliber.
Yeah, man.
I suck at this map.
Alvo's a
I've
different
never
breed.
played S&D
It's
on
just a different
before,
breed,
except
man.
on, like,
They just nailed the mechanics, I think.
Okay, Crispy, you're pretty
You know, I
good.
really can't complain about anything. I mean, yeah, I could whine a little bit about the sprint and how I'd like a little bit more, but or maybe a few more hops. But yeah, whatever. It's realistic.
Watching her flank.
I think the gunplay is the most intuitive, if you ask me. It's not. You don't have to be super precise. It's a little bit more arcadey, but it flows, right? Everything just flows, and I think that's what they've nailed, and that's why I think this game will be pretty successful on
First floor.
Steam.
Where the
But
shot
speaking
is.
of success, Carnage here
I went
One
left
in the
'cause I
weight
got
room.
one.
losing a little bit to
No, no, no.
Phenomena on
Coming
this
out now, dipping.
second attempt
Behind you,
on
Slice.
attack.
Slow.
It goes down, leaving two members alive. There
No.
goes Slow Ass.
Nice.
Now, step
Alright, they're
one
all
left
down.
all alone to not only get the bomb, but also contend with the remaining
Gotta get that
members of
baby.
Phenomena. One thing you do have to be very careful on this map is a super aggressive push.
Chased him.
Um,
Yeah, at least I
as
got
it-
kills.
can be very dangerous. It does look like actually there was a trade there, so
Okay, kill. At least,
although he
whatever.
lost all of his teammates, That's all. That's
It'll pull out the win.
all I
Wow.
needed to do. I still don't. So I'm trying to come up with some sort of like position or stance on this discussion
I'm gonna
around what you should
go out for some
do
drinks.
realistically on this map. Should you push aggressively? Should you take it slow in different angles? Depending on how the other team is playing, it's really, really hard to say because we've seen aggressive pushes here from Carnage where they're able to just steamroll their opponent. We've seen very slow movement, very tactical, like
Yeah, either that or they're in that
slicing of the
bedroom, so there's
pie.
nothing over here.
We've seen so many different kinds of things going on here. It's really hard to say, like, what is fundamentally
I'm in the bedroom.
the better way of approaching this map.
Yeah, no, I think they're camping by the.
I mean, I think it's going to eventually end up a mix. You're going to want to plant somebody up high to kind of cover all the outside and some of the walkways, and then you also want to just kind of pepper a few people in. There's this one plant kind of near where the stairs are to the pizza kitchen.
I got you.
That people always sit at, and they always nail me there. I never think to check that corner, and even if you do, you kind of catch it out of the peripheral, and you don't notice the player there. It's just a really good camp spot. Something else that I was doing the other night on this map that I found quite fun. The little bathroom we're in right now, there's a giant tub. And one of them that kind of peeks out through a window like that, and I would just get in the tub and just look up and wait for a head to show, and then pop up and shoot him in the head, and then duck back down real quick.
It doesn't really matter what we pick.
I think that's what makes this map so good is you have those little windows, even over right above the office space from where Mahna started. There's like a very thin window that you can peek through, and people pick me off from there all the time. So I've started utilizing it myself.
Ooh, and these vents are dangerous. Like if you don't know to check your corner, check that opening, you're gonna get picked off from those vents.
Yeah, they
more often than not.
Fuck, there's one up top too.
Wicked, not necessarily checking all of her corners before pushing in. I think that's part of Mahna's struggle right now. That's one of their deficits is that they don't always check all their corners. And this map being such a corner-heavy map, it's going to be ultra detrimental. And here we are with a very similar record to the first Search and Destroy in the first half, 6-1. Carnage win. They're going to continue their win streak, and I need to fix that score.
GG's.
That placement, I know he's away, but he needs to fix that placement.
Oh yeah, that's a little.
That's bad. On this screen, it's fine. On the red screen, it's not. I don't know what.
Just
happened.
copy and paste. Can't you just copy and paste?
I don't know if he has it.
Oh yeah, I mean I wouldn't do that right now. Yeah, no, you might have that. You'll break the logic, man.
Same map.
Score line. Can I get the scorecard there, Step?
Yeah, this is the one we have fun with.
You've been wonderful so far. You've been a great assistant. Step one
Well, I played
sound.
hardpoint maybe 2 or 3 times on this map.
Almost.
Let us get that scorecard. He is falling asleep on us.
Let's go.
We might need to repost that in the Discord, just kind of remind the streamers.
I mean, it wasn't mandatory. You know what I'm saying? I never made it mandatory.
I mean, it's nice though. I mean, especially if you're gonna have all those stats up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Perfect. Love you, buddy. Oh my God.
Next up. I mean, it just makes your job harder to, already compile those stats. But, because, I mean, I'll tell you, I did it for Death Squad for like maybe one match, and then Doom took over kind of doing that. And I was just counting Death Squad stuff. Yeah, it's very intense trying to go through all that.
It's fun though. I enjoy the sets. I'm curious. Does everybody in chat who's participating in the league, do you find those helpful? I mean, I'm going to continue to do them whether people like it or not because I find it valuable, particularly as a commentator. I'd like to know like where people stand and a reference point to pull from. Like I can say right now, Earl and Shell have the highest KDR in the entire league after week 1. We'll see how things progress as the season goes on, but as it stands right now, they're the number 1 and 2 spot for KDR. But you can also see general team KDR. You can also see where they're performing best with regards to each mode. I love it. So I'm going to continue to do it, but I don't know if the players find it valuable. If you do, having that feedback would be great. It would just help me out and kind of, I guess, encourage me to continue to do it in future seasons. And I might try to find a little bit more friendly way of doing it. A little more pleasing to the eyes, because Excel is not fun to look at. Of that, I could be certain.
But you can make it do a lot of auto calculations and such. But
Oh,
and
they're
here
all
we're on
auto-calculated, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. So Veranda for the second time, and I'll tell you, usually I don't like seeing a map back to back, but I really like this map, so I'm glad to see it one more time. I mean, I guess like I got a little bit of a I don't know, tired of it from the last S&D tournament since like every round was played on the same map. Like, that was the only thing I didn't like about that. Is just like, oh, we're gonna watch this map again, and then we're gonna see it 3 more times because that's what every team plays. But this is one of the ones I think I could handle seeing a. I don't know. I won't see it every match, but would be nice to see this one a lot.
Fucking fire everywhere now.
Yeah.
Carnage with a hefty lead, 20-7.
I forgot to switch out all my stickies.
I believe we might see a flip in lead here on this map. I got a good feeling that Mahna will have. We'll take the opportunity and run with it. We can see it's already red for Carnage, meaning Mahna holding them off well enough to actually get a couple of points here. What's up, Killer Cam? Wow, dude.
Hey, what's up, Cameron? How you been, man?
It's open. I got it.
Keep it up.
I'm in it.
Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well.
Watch the pool.
If Karen's still in here, I'm sure she'll be very pleased to see you. Killer Cam is has been a loyal follower since like way back in the firewall days, and that's when we were primarily covering that. Great guy, absolutely great guy. Glad to see you back.
Lots of fire, very useful in hardpoint.
I'm surprised we're not seeing more flashes coming out. If I'm going to be honest,
yeah.
Like we're seeing a lot of fire, but where's all the flashes? Like, Shell was using that against me in pubs the other day, and I cursed her name so many times because it's so annoying. But we haven't really seen it.
It was Zippy on the other side of that wall.
Play. I'm kind of baffled by that.
I mean, I think you see it enough. I mean, the German grandpas definitely utilized it a lot. I mean, even surprisingly enough, I believe Diver used it quite a bit. Because we got that little bit of a funny quote from Mario where he was like, "Diver is the flasher," and all I could imagine was Diver on the corner in a trench coat, just facing traffic. But
he would do that, wouldn't he?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. I love Diver. He's a very funny dude. Nickel was asking where we're putting all those standings. The standings are on the AH commentary website.
Left side when you go up the stairs. No, right side now when you go upstairs.
I'm taking it for the stats. Is what he's looking for most likely.
Perhaps. What if you're looking for general standings like who's in first, who's in second, and stuff like that, you can actually find it on Gaming Synergy, but that brings up a valuable point. Perhaps I can create a link to include that as well, so it's up on the Amateur Hour Commentary webpage.
Yeah,
I can tell you right now where everybody is in regards to standings. I just gotta log back in. But if you ever want to check it out, if you have your Gaming Synergy account already made, you can go to gamingsynergy.co.uk. You can see it there. As for where everybody is currently standing, we have Death Squad, Paragon, and Repeat Offenders all tied for first following week 1. Then we have Carnage in arguably second place. Reigning Havoc is next, and then German Grandpa's Hacks and Phenomena all in last. Now, this is going to change, obviously, as the weeks progress and people start getting different wink counts and stuff. Usually the standings become more important probably around week 3, week 4. That's when we start really seeing a divergence.
Definitely. Looking like Mahna is having a little bit of a hard go at this map. I mean, I like seeing the map, but it's still not a wise map choice for the team they're facing.
Oh, they're by the
like this one in Pit, not so good. Not so good against Carnage. They definitely have the smaller maps on lock.
I think part of the problem. Oh, you didn't know where? Look, I'll you know, after this round, I'll show everybody, especially if you're less familiar with gaming synergy. I think that's a very valuable point to bring up, Nickel. I appreciate that, man. I'll go over that a little bit at the end here.
I think he's on the individual stats. I think is what he's saying. So
Oh, the individuals were? Oh,
yeah. Your stats you're doing on the AHC website.
Gotcha.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Nickel.
So what I see Mahna really struggling with here is the perimeter play, but that's kind of difficult to do on this map. What I'm starting to find players do as a trend is they do have a few people on point, but ultimately they're starting to place their other players on cutoff routes. So they're going to actually be relatively far from the point itself and won't be able to recapture if they lose it. But like they might have someone out here on the turf or by the pool side or up on the second floor looking outside as a cutoff path to the opposing team. Really, I think with this map, that's absolutely necessary with how close quarter it is inside, that you want to stop them from even getting inside if they are spawning on the outside, first and foremost. But those cutoff avenues are going to be key.
Oh, 100%.
Stuck.
Fuck. Coming from
1
the
minute
second
left.
floor.
Let's just hold it. Let's just hold it for 1 minute.
And it got
148 to couldn't quite see the other score.
156
Okay, it's moving.
92.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
It's not an unsurmountable lead, but on a map this small, it is getting very, very close to a point where they're not going to be able to come back from. Unfortunately.
I love Wicked's rotation here. Instead of just blitzing right in, she goes to the outside balcony, loops back around them to get these eliminations. Oh my gosh, she takes 3 out and recaps on her own. I loved that rotation.
They come towards you, Jeremy.
Take note of that. Really, really smart choice.
Yeah, nice moves there. Almost took it out.
The problem with Carnage is that their aggressive pushes and their accuracy in shooting is just so devastating. So even it's almost as if against certain teams, against certain players, they don't even need to do what Wicked did there, which was loop around and get the flank that way. They could just almost just pile drive right through it. It's crazy what they can do sometimes. Nuts.
Oh, definitely. We are almost out of time here on this one.
Woohoo! GG's.
And there it is.
Holy cow.
Full.
Good guys, games. Blah, 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 blah. Good games, guys. That was fun.
Able to get that. Let's see the conclusion again from the perspective of Carnage. Very well played. Carnage do come out victorious with a 6-0 sweep.
Good games, guys.
I gotta say that there were some highlight moments for Mahna there, though. Looking really good in some situations, but I have to agree with you, O'Doyle, that they put all their coal in the engine right at the beginning, but as the trip progresses, they start like, you know, losing steam. They start phasing out, and they're not nearly as aggressive or as quick as they were. The reflexes weren't nearly as sharp. It's almost as if they put out about halfway through a round, and then they kick it right back up in the next one. Consistency, I think, is going to be a thing that Mahna is going to have to work on, just in general, keeping that energy up throughout. And it's exhausting, especially against very fast teams like Carnage. Carnage is a very fast team. Raining Havoc is a very fast team. Although I hear they're playing a little bit slower nowadays, so we'll have to keep an eye on them. But yeah, it could be very exhausting. I think the consistency, though, in their general performance is something they're going to have to work on and not put out halfway through.
Season's still early.
It is still early. Yeah, I don't want to count anyone out. As for the individual stats, just to show you where that's at, in case you weren't sure. So looking over, this is amateurhourcommentary.com. /AWL if you want to just go there specifically. Otherwise, you could just go to amateurhourcommentary.com. You're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and you're going to find the stats here. If you're looking for the individual stats, if you're on PC or even on mobile, there's one extra tab that you will need to go to, and here are all the individual stats broken up into game mode, getting all the stats I possibly can for each individual, and then you can see it totaled over here. The pink is the KDR, so if you're interested in what your KDR is for League, it's there. And I was thinking of adding an additional category for like team KDR, but I don't know if anyone is really curious. You could do your own, calculation there if you so choose. Now, these stats are they may not be 100% accurate as at present. I believe they are 100% accurate, but the reason I say that they might not be 100% accurate because I might miss a stat here and there, simply because of the quality of the image that I'm getting and drawing from. It can be very hard to deduce if it was an 8 or a 0 sometimes. For the most part, I end up getting it right, so I think they're completely accurate at the moment, but there might be some room for error. Right now, it's kind of an experimental thing. I'm just testing the waters, seeing how people respond to it. And if you're over on Gaming Synergy and you're curious as to where you can find the standings, you're just going to go to the season itself that you're participating in it. You can view it, and right here you can see the standings as they are, the total points, wins, losses, so on and so forth, how many rounds have been played. And you can click on these buttons to open up different windows to see a week by week what that looks like in more detailed scores. So